What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman, aka Alfred. Tomorrow is Halloween. I hope y'all are partying through the weekend, having a great time. Enjoy yourselves. Remember to be safe. It's one of the craziest nights and weekends of the year. And to coincide with Halloween, we actually have a sort of Halloween-themed leak. Now, we have a saying at the channel, stretching all the way back to Avengers Endgame, that it's always the toys that leak stuff first. Today's is kind of the case. It's actually got to do with costumes, and coming from a costume store, descriptions of all the new suits, including Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. We're going to break down exactly what this guy said in the leak about those new costumes and how they look based on detailed descriptions of the suits for this shop. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as weekly Disney Plus subscriptions while the shows are live. We'll resume with Hawkeye, and of course tickets to go see Eternals all next week. So if you want to be entered to win, all you have to do, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so the normal spoiler warning. Remember to take anything that doesn't come directly from Marvel Studios with a grain of salt, but in the case of Spider-Man leaks, who knows, it may be coming directly from Sony and they're doing this on purpose. Either way, this is what the post had to say, coming from someone who's gotten a full description of all three suits for all three Spider-Men. Happy Halloween almost. What a perfect day to get costume descriptions sent to us. We were given descriptions of the full costumes worn by Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Willem Dafoe. Tobey's costume is basically the same as it was in the original trilogy. We're able to see it being worn as well as hanging next to Tom and Andrew's suits. The colors look a bit more vibrant, but it could just be the lighting. Andrew's costume is basically the same as it was in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. We're only able to see it hanging next to the other suits, but we can confirm it matches the costume that we saw in one of the leaked videos. Green Goblin's costume is the Raimi suit with an upgraded design. It's somewhat damaged and patchy, and a few minor adjustments have been made. It includes add-ons like a comic-accurate tan-colored shoulder strap and belt with a bomb bag, some gold-colored accessories on his legs, and some scattered purple accessories like with a cloth wrapped around his arm. Metallic exoskeleton-looking parts filled in some of the damaged parts and the thighs. The costume is still almost entirely green. It's still very clearly the Raimi suit from 2002, just with add-ons. No mask is being worn in the image, just black goggles like Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. We also know he'll have the purple scarf hood at some point thanks to previous leaks. He goes on to say it's also shared with us descriptions of an earlier version of Tom's black and gold suit with bits of red in it. It was a physical suit, and there's a cell phone duct taped to the chest for some reason. We're going to break that down in just a second. This poster then concludes by saying we wanted you guys to have something. We can't share the photos, but we may have more for you guys in the future. Now, why in the world would Peter Parker have a cell phone taped to his chest with the black and gold suit and a bit of red? I would argue that perhaps, just like the Iron Spider did earlier, it has some sort of comms unit inside the electronic suit. Maybe he's using that to communicate with Doctor Strange, and as we've seen from some of the leaks, when that suit gets damaged and he has to turn it inside out, maybe that's when he's not able to access the comms because the suit's inside out, meaning he's got to communicate with Doctor Strange or whomever he's working with. The best way to do that is to have a cell phone taped to his chest, because while he's swinging from his webs, he can't also be talking on his cell phone. Well, actually, we all remember that scene from Far From Home. He can, it's just not optimal, and he almost loses his phone more than once, so it would make sense if they taped it there. Willem Dafoe's upgrade seems much like what we just saw in those Empire images of Doc Ock. While he looks very similar to how he did in the original Sam Raimi trilogy, it appears as though his costume has taken some very minor upgrades, as we noticed, well, really the entire internet did, with just the coloring on his tentacles alone. We have a theory video coming out tomorrow on how those all tie together, but the gold and black costume with the bits of red that he's referring to was one of the first looks we got in from Hot Toys. You can clearly see it here, where it's the black and gold costume that we saw in the trailer. You can sort of look at the texture on the suit. It does kind of look like a circuit board from where it would be turned inside out, the inside of the electric suit. However, you can see there that the sleeves, at least from the elbow or forearm down, sort of look like the other red and black suit that they were saying was turned inside out. So maybe the gloves are separate from the red and black suit. He peels those off, turns the suit itself inside out, and then puts those back on because of the web shooters installed, and there's no green paint on his gloves. Again, this is just working theories. as to why it would look like this, but we had already seen that gold and black suit with bits of red. It would make sense going forward. That's it. Upgrades for the other villains, however, small changes kind of make sense. Not to say that those old outfits were outdated, but you know, they're a little bit outdated, and the MCU definitely has its own style, as it's always brought to both the costumes for villains and heroes. So I would have expected nothing less. I think something is very interesting going on though with all of these costumes for Spider-Man, and Andrew and Tobey coming back having some of their classic looks from the old movies. I would hope so. If they had completely different Spider-Man costumes, that's cool. If they go into sort of tech mode like we saw in Far From Home and Tom Holland has to design new suits for them, awesome. But when we see them introduced, considering where they're coming from, it would make sense if they were in the same costumes from before. As well as Sony's not dumb. They want to sell some merch. They've got the old designs already sitting around from forever ago. Might as well reuse them in these cameos. It kind of makes sense to me. But guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. Reactions to this, updates to the costumes. What do you like? What do you not like? I am not a huge fan of the gold and black costume. I'm certainly hoping going forward later into the film, as it was shown by some of the Empire shots, that he's back in his typical red and black Far From Home costume. I like that much, much better, even the Iron Spider, than the black and gold suit. But guys, let me know all your thoughts down below. Are you in the same boat as me? Which suit do you prefer? Which Spider-Man are you most hyped for seeing? And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Okay, still giving away a PlayStation 5 now at 900,000 subscribers, as well as Disney Plus subscriptions and tickets to go see Eternals all next week. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below because it's truly random. The more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Roman. You can find me over on Twitter and Instagram at IamFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, wherever you listen to original music under the name Allfires, and I would sincerely appreciate it if you check it out. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.